All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting down to the wire. Bring into the stage your number 9 story. Put your hands together for Bryce Richards. Bryce Richards. All right.
Okay, I'm a nervous engineer with another story about poo. So, I'm nervous. I need you guys to help me out. So I'm going to say, hi, I'm Bryce. I work in an office, and I want you guys to say, hi, Bryce. So, hi, I'm Bryce. I work in an office. Hi, okay, so I was sitting in the office one day. I'm going to look at my colleagues over there and just pretend I'm telling the story. I was in the office one day, and I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go poo. So I walked down the hallway, turned left and left again into the men's room, and it smelled really bad in there. It smelled really bad. And of course, I can rationalize anything. I can rationalize away anything in the whole world, so I just ignored how bad it smelled. And I went to my favorite stall, and I opened the door. And on the ground was this big piece of shit right in front of the toilet. And from here on out, because this might go, might be on the radio or something, I'm going to call it the Bronze God. I'm not going to say poo or shit anymore. I'm going to try not to, but it was a big piece of shit. So I backed out of the stall. I almost said I backed out of the cubicle, but I backed out of the stall, and I went to my second favorite stall, the only other stall there was, and I sat down to go to the bathroom. And so, I'm going to the bathroom, and it's so funny because someone else comes in here who must not have a nose, and he goes straight to my favorite stall, opens the door, undoes his pants, backs up to sit on the toilet, and with his left foot steps right into the boneless brown. Wait, I changed the name. I meant to say Bronze God. But anyways, he stepped into the Bronze God and crushed it. Yeah, and I was mortified already because I was already thinking, why is that poo there? Why would I continue to go to the bathroom even though I knew it was there? And I'm having all these issues regarding the poo in the first place. And then this guy steps in it, but I knew he was about to step in it. You hear the jingling of the bell, you know what's about to happen, and I'm trying to get myself to speak up and warn him, and I couldn't. It was really, really, really bad, and I felt really bad, but I still didn't say anything. So I finished what I was doing. I got out of there, washed my hands with no soap because I wanted to have the sink sound go, and then I got the hell out of there. I turned right again, and down the hall back to my office, and I went straight to my boss. And I told on the poo. And so I'm going to change my boss's name to make it more anonymous. In the story I'm going to call Randy. I'm going to call him Brandy to make it anonymous. So I told Brandy, and I'm crazy. I'm an engineer, but I'm not a normal engineer. I'm never calm. Nothing's ever normal. It's always like over the top. So I come back to the office, and I'm trying to be calm and cool and collected and tell my boss what happened, what I saw in the bathroom. And he just looks at me like he always does. He thinks I'm lying or making something up. He always just thinks I'm totally full of poo. And so he goes down there by himself and confirms what I had said. He comes back and he calls the facilities people. I think her name was Karen. I'm not going to change her name. I don't know how to change Karen. So he calls Karen, and he's like, he says something like, I'm really sad to have to tell you this, but somebody defecated in the men's room first floor of the men's room. And can you send someone over from facilities to take care of it? And so, my boss, I love him so much. No matter what the situation is, he opens his mouth, whatever the topic is, it calms me right down and I feel better. And so I immediately start feeling better because he's taking care of my problem. And then I get to go back to thinking about how the hell that poo got there. and it was really weird. So, because it was not a normal poo. So here's the way where it gets interesting. There was an older gentleman who always brought his dog in, a big older, like a golden retriever, and I always used to call this golden retriever Old Yeller. And I don't know, it didn't look like a person poo. So I can make up stories. I always fit stories to what really happened. And they probably aren't related to what really happened at all. And so I was making up the story of what happened. And I thought maybe, because of the way it looked, maybe like Old Yeller had way too much Calcan or something, and the old man only got him to the restroom and had parked him in the stall, and the dog went right there. I don't know what happened. So I made up other stories that what could have happened, and I don't think any of them were true. So then, this chaos is still happening. The facilities people haven't gotten there. So I returned to the scene of the crime just to see what's going on, to check it out or whatever. It's like a car wreck or something, and it's like... And there at the urinal, on the right-hand urinal, is the older gentleman. And he has like skid marks down the back of his trousers. So it's like this, it's kind of sad, but it's mostly funny. He was okay. He didn't get hurt, nobody got hurt. But they were kind of like in a dash dot kind of bronze Morse code down the back of his leg. And so I knew he had done it. I knew it was him. And the story doesn't really end that well, but here's what happens. I think that he pooed his pants, went to the toilet, was going to hang his butt over the toilet, over the water, and flip it into the toilet and flush it. But I think because he's older and he can't do squats or whatever, you got to have strong thighs to do that. I think he just flipped it down his pants onto the floor, and I think he probably looked at it and said, "This is close enough. Someone else is going to take care of this for me." I don't know how, but anyways, that's my whole story. Thank you.